Hello, and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. Lastly, if you are interested in joining our games, we only have open slots available right now for the Tuesday early game, so be sure to reach out to me and let me know. We have between 2 and 3 open slots in that game, and we'd love to have you join in on the fun. Now, without further ado, go ahead and give us that recap, Monkey.
Yeah, all right. So last time we were approaching, the group of us, we were approaching the lecture hall, and Brother Jack, also known as Glenn to some people, and also known as Venture. I think I got that right. Anyway, Brother Jack was struck with some visions, and there was some man that addressed all of the Glen Striders, telling them that there could be a traitor among them. This powerful vision knocks Brother Jack out for a while, and once we bring him back and we carry him through the room, and then we get outside the hall, we wanted to take a break and rest because all of us were pretty hurt and down, and so we decided to have Crest monitor to see if the elemental breaks the door. By the way, Crest is like the super wizardry future thing, like a computer type thing, probably. Anyway, so we had him monitoring to see if the elemental breaks through the door, but we did not get our rest in, and we have to, yes, those are Brother Jack's lair actions, which is what Crest is, but that's pretty cool. Anyway, so we don't manage to get our rest and have to rush in and face the elemental, which is probably not very good. It was a giant, like, serpentine thing made of wind, and we decided to, in there, Monkey soon realizes that this ain't going very far. Genesis had run in, but Monkey's like, this ain't a good idea, because the door was being pulled shut from the suction of all the wind. So Monkey tries to go over and he opens up the door, and he's holding it open for his friends, and he tells everyone to run. Anyway, we do end up making it out of there, and Glenn, but while we were in there, as some of us were trying to get out, Glenn tried to, Brother Jack tried to check on the kids, but couldn't make it, and Cornwallis ends up carrying Genesis out of the room, and Brother Jack manages to get back, and we all got in the hallway, and then we head back to the control room to initiate the weddings. But it was overridden by Brother Jack's creator, and he then trades answers and questions and answers with Glenn. Things were, and then we also found out that Glenn was responsible for the deaths of the students, as he was the one that kicked off the calamity. So we end up getting out of there and leaving. And I think that's where. Oh, we ended up back in casino. I think at the end. That's where we went back to
the hot spring.
Oh, hot spring. Okay.
Lament Falls is where you guys were told you have a ticket. Just somebody has to take the name Mr. Bonifazio in order to accept your entry in there. Somebody who's great at lying, like Glenn.
Yeah, and, definitely me.
Yeah, and that's where we wrapped up. It was kind of cool that Brother Jack had his own lair action. It's kind of nice to be out of there. And I believe that's where we ended.
So, Samdi has already walked off outside as Monkey is taking the time to hand out these potions that she had gathered up and given out. Or gathered up and had you guys purchase at a good discount, knowing that, you probably need some more of these. But before you all leave... So... companions to my dear Samdi. The road ahead is veiled in mist, shadowed in the whispers of ancient secrets. Lament Falls is a place of quiet reflection amidst the cacophony of life's journey. Take heed, for the waters that flow there carry the wisdom of ages past, and in their gentle embrace you may find solace and understanding in yourselves. As you are headed to Lament Falls, let your minds be as still as the tranquil surface, well, of a bayou at dusk. And seek not to unravel the mysteries of the world, but rather to embrace the silence within yourselves. Listen to the whispers of your own hearts. These quiet moments of contemplation may help aid you all in bonding your souls and strengthening your spines. She'll go over to you, Glenn, pull you over towards Monkey, and pull Monkey over towards Reese, and then pull Reese over towards Bart. You four have been fragmented within yourselves for some time now. Some of you longer. She looks at Bart. And some of you more recently. It is not my place to tell you what to do with your lives, but I believe a small amount of meditative reflection should be helpful.
I'm willing to take all the help I can get at this moment. So thank you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm amazing.
She'll pat you on the shoulder and slap you on the cheek twice. A little harder than just like a comfort slap. Then she'll go over towards you, Cornwallis. You may need this, deep relaxation more than some of the others.
Me? Why me?
I think I heard there's a demon outside.
What?
She stops you. Exactly. I was lying to you.
It's cruel. Get my hopes up like that.
Well, I'm trying to show to you quickly that from what I've seen, this is not like yourself.
Well, I admit I've been a little more focused on demons recently than usual.
It's understandable.
Yeah, I mean, we were in the abyss,
The pieces
so
of crap.
yeah. Yeah, they're the second most terrible people I know.
Who's the first?
He just looks at Reese.
So,
I turn around.
so which of you are going to be Mr. Bonifazio?
Don't look at me.
Look at Glenn. They know me. People know who I am. It can't be me. I'm kind of a big deal.
I mean, I took some improv classes back when I was younger, but that's about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a feeling it should either be Bart or.
I mean, I'm pretty well known in casino as well. As is Sandy, as are you.
I think the only one who hasn't been paraded around these parts is you. Looks at you, Cornwallis. And your
Okay.
companion over there, but they seem a little sickly.
Yeah, they're a little out of it today. I don't think they should go, but they would. They are a much better liar than I am, but they're much better at pretending to be another persona. But
I go, if you have 5 gold, I can give you proficiency. Never mind. I can still make you better if you need it.
Well, I gotta imagine that there's not a whole lot of GIF around Casino. I can't say that I've seen another one, so there's no reason for them to know who I am. We've only briefly been in this town. I've only briefly been in this town, so.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could let Monkey's people give me a wig.
I pull out the hat of disguise. I mean, if you have an hour, you can put this on.
I'm not physically known enough to make it for that probably to make too much of a difference, unless this person is known.
I never heard of him.
Is there a physical description to this person that they're going to be looking for?
No, they're from a different continent visiting.
Oh.
They're a very rich merchant who, while sailing over here, their family died tragically during a massive storm, which is why they have access to Lament Falls privately.
And I can bring all these other people along with me?
One does not mourn or lament by themselves if they do not wish to.
I think you're the one. And don't worry, again, I'll make you better. It's what I do.
Who am I pretending to be?
Mr. Bonifazio.
Bonifazio. Okay. I guess Mr. Bonifazio it is.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish Genesis wasn't sick. They
Yeah.
are so much better than me.
Yep.
No, you'll be okay. You'll be fine.
This will be great.
Don't worry, I'll help.
Yeah,
So.
you'll have my power.
You all leave, and you have. Go ahead.
Sorry, before
Sorry.
we leave,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, Mama Lucy, before I forget, I had this infernal eye gem the party recommended that you might be able to sock it into me. I was wondering if you could take a look at it because we collected these items from this really powerful demon, and since we've collected these and the party's been using them, some of them have been acting weird. So I'm wondering if this eye gem will do something similar.
Well, first off, the energies coming off of this is not demonic.
Is it?
No, it's devilish.
Oh, right.
Very big difference.
I mean,
See,
you can know that.
Cornwallis, there's a devil outside.
What? Oh, that's
He
all
looks
right.
at me.
Hey, there's a demon outside.
Oh, well. Okay, we're starting outside again.
Big difference. See?
Who's been acting different?
But looking at these, you're wondering if they are cursed.
More or less.
On the surface, there is no visible curse that I can see, but if you would like me to take the time to look over them and ensure that there's nothing deeply rooted in them, I can do so.
Yeah, I'd greatly appreciate that.
Of course, pay me.
Yeah. Dude, reach into my pocket. How much do I owe you?
What do you think it is worth?
Well, this infernal eye gem's gonna be pretty beneficial if you can help me out. How much money I got? I give you 500 gold.
Very well. She'll take the 500 gold.
It would
Priest
suck
looks
if
at
the
that.
item you got was cursed. I mean,
Well, I mean, if it's cursed, then I'm paying to find out that it's cursed.
Any of the other items you want me to figure out if they are deeply seated and cursed?
I mean, I think we're
I'm sure the
Fairly
other ones are all
aware.
good.
You guys sure about that?
I don't think we need a greater mind than ours to tell us that there's something off with that sword. But it seems to be working for him, so
I don't see a problem with him.
no.
I haven't known Cornwallis long enough to dictate that.
Very well. All of you enjoy your times at Lament Falls.
And then I had a quick question,
Oh,
right?
yes.
And you being a more wiser and older being, right?
That is very
I-
rude. How old do you think I am?
Trick question. Have you ever heard of people with divine wielding powers doing it without a god?
Of course.
Like clerics like myself.
Oh.
Wielding...
Clerics not so much. It is possible to not have to rely on a god. That's the right answer, Samdi.
How would one... Or do you have any books or do you have any knowledge of people who have done that?
There is very few who have found divine energies without without relying on a pantheon of some variety. However, in instances of one becoming worshipped to a very high degree, divine energies naturally begin to flow through them as they influence more and more individuals. Now, alternative to that, there is a not so well known concept. There is things more powerful than the gods themselves, and that is their domain. Sometimes these domains have manifestations. We call them the laws. So, if you're, for instance, more loyal and worshipping of the concept of freedom, then you do not waste your time finding a lowly god who tries to grant freedom, since they do not possess the power to do it. But if you can find in your heart the actual concept of freedom, the true meaning behind it, then you will discover the power within that law of the universe itself and gain your powers from that. Though it is far more dangerous, of course. Far more dangerous. For the universe does not share a concept of forgiveness or frailty. There is no arguing with the universe. There is no trying to convince it of anything. It simply exists as itself and grants its energies to those that live and breathe its concept. But the moment of relaxation on that living for it, you no longer possess those powers from it.
That's interesting.
Now, needless to say, you and I are not exceptionally a good match.
The thing that we have in common is family.
Which is of the utmost importance. I would
Right.
like for you, while you are at the falls, to really reflect, meditate, Find exactly what it is that you love, that you aspire to. What it is that you wholeheartedly, despite anything else, believe in. Something that you are ready and willing to die for. Not with the promises of anything else, but just to die. When you find out what these are, maybe Mama knows a few more ways to help you. But you must discover it within yourself.
While Mom was
I
talking
appreciate
about
it.
finding, while Mom was talking about finding things, I get my hat out.
I can barely hear you right now. You're using a different mic.
Really? Did they really? Is this better?
It's better. You're using your computer's mic or your camera's mic.
It's on my headphones. It is my headphones. Is
Oh,
this better?
Yeah, that's a lot better. You sounded like 2 miles away.
I don't know why they keep switching. Anyway, so while Mom was talking about things to die for, I've got my hat out and I'm looking in the mirror and I'm just brushing my beautiful hair and kind of nod in agreement as she's talking about that.
Does anybody else have a set of questions?
Yeah, one more thing. Is ketchup still a problem here for you? Or is that thing grown up? Or that thing blown over? That stupid toad in the desert.
It has never been a problem for me. Perhaps in the future it might become more mischievous and a problem for others. But if it became a problem for me, I would simply let somebody know.
Okay. And then lastly, if we ever do find it and we rip out its eyes, would you be able to put that in my head?
I can transplant many a different body parts. Though ethically speaking, I no longer do snakes to people.
That's kind of weird.
The forked penis thing is just not, it's completely unnecessary. Take it from me, it is not better.
You said there would be doctor-patient confidentiality.
From what I heard from Lakudra, you were less of a snake and more of a horseman.
And since you're a collector of oddities, I feel like with my time, as in my ethics, I owe you something of equal value. And I pull out the cogshard of the Marut, which is just a random harvested part.
Yeah, she will gladly
And I
take
put it
that.
on there.
Bart, keep in mind you're a paladin, so it scales off of your charisma and your con.
I say, consider this a payment of the information you've given me, and a down payment for any favor I might have going forward. Of course, like if it doesn't equal out, you can pay that difference. So I have a feeling we'll be doing business multiple times in the future.
I am nothing if not a practical business person.
Me too.
Goodbye. And happy searching, all of you.
So when we walk out, oh, so go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying thank you, Mama. I nod, tip my hat.
So where did Samdi go?
I don't know. Sometimes
You see him resting up against the wall of the building, half asleep.
I miss my imp. He would keep tabs on you guys. While we're over here, by the way, I will say that there is a rowboat, or no, there's a shack near the edge of Tranquil Harbor that I do need to pick up at some point.
To pick up a shack.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. You got the whole
It's a
Jack.
Oh.
right.
No, Mimic. It's still here.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, that's
shacked
the-
up out there. Yeah, thank you.
But we'll pick it up on the way out. I will also. Is there anything? Do you feel like it's prevalent to notify any of the big wigs that were here?
I think we should probably just go meditate and relax for
Okay.
make our plans. Right, is Bonio? What's his name?
Bonifazio.
Bonifacio.
Dyslexia.
Yes, dyslexia.
Bonifacio.
Bonifazio.
Bonifazio.
Yeah, I was close on how he spelled that.
Yeah, nice.
I literally just flipped the two. Yeah, it's Bonio.
I just missed-
Bonio doing.
I missed the second Z.
Yeah. I only bring it up because
Z.
I have a relationship with Lakudra and Gitash that I need to sustain. So.
Somebody getting up says, if they don't know we're here, they're not using the vast spy network properly.
That's true.
And sometimes it's good to relax when you get a chance, right? Because we could reach out, and then there could be something else going on, and just sometimes it's time just to.
Over there problems, not over here problems. I get it.
And then after we'll be refreshed. I think we kind of learned that lesson not too long ago.
So, you all wander out towards the tranquil harbor, walking through the remainder of the Ornament Bazaar and across the Black Spire Canal. When you get out to where your shack is, it seems to have grown about 6 inches in height
Oh my
and width.
God. Servitude. Have you eaten well?
Yes. The door opens up a little bit.
No, I'm not gonna walk in for now. I need you to turn back into a cart.
Okay. And it begins very grotesquely, like shifting from wood into meat into a cart. And all of you have to watch that disturbing sight as a few Iman individuals walking by, just like eyes go wide as this is happening just over by the shoreline. In the back of the cart, there are 4 piles of bones as well.
None of these
What?
people were reported, I'm hoping.
When he's transforming now, does he do it slower because of his size? Like...
Yes, it is slower.
Oh, that's great.
I
As
remember
this
when he
is-
was a little bag.
He's
I have
growing up.
nothing.
Go ahead,
I have
something.
nothing for the situation. I have nothing for the situation. I just posted a meme and hope everyone likes it.
This man's gonna turn into a mimic
It's not a
monster.
meme. It's related to the situation right now.
Monster house. Eventually. If you keep feeding it, it will get
Yeah.
better. And if you leave it unattended, it will eat whatever it can.
Yeah,
It's not
per
going to
the-
listen to you when you say don't eat more.
Yeah, as per the monster manual with the mimic community, right? People can live in these things if they wanted to.
Yeah.
But like,
It's totally non-hostile towards you.
Yeah.
You feed it. You raise it. It's
I raised it. I remember when he was just a little satchel. I checked the bodies for anything that might be identifiable.
Oh, there's nothing else remaining but bones.
Oh my god. Not even monies?
Nothing.
12 copper.
No.
No.
Its acid will eat anything that is not strictly magical, and even at that, it can eat magical things slowly.
Oh my god. We leave me alone for like a couple days.
Yeah, it's been 3
Okay.
days.
Okay, so dude, let's go. I don't even know.
There was
Just putting all the bones in my bag of holding.
there
I need to
was
find a permanent home for you at this point. Place
I-
where you can eat.
I like it here. There's
but you're
a
gonna end
lot
up
of
eating them.
homeless people,
There's a lot of homeless.
Oh, what the?
as well as dock workers that are lazy
Oh no!
and wanted to hide out.
Ah, they're lazy. They deserve it.
Yeah,
If they weren't skipping work, they would have been fine.
yeah. But,
Or
you know,
homeless.
I don't need a group of adventurers being hired to go, destroy this house. Too late. He ate them too.
I'll eat anything.
Come on, Servitude. We're going to hot break. How about a little stuff? We're gonna do a little self-reflecting.
I just see a group of low-level adventurers showing up to hunt a monster, only to find out that it's far more powerful adventurer's favorite pet. It's so below the powerful adventurers that they keep it as a pet, but it's a dangerous threat to the low-level adventurers.
I mean, to be fair, didn't Joey say that he was planning on using casino as a starting area for other parties?
Oh, yeah. I already have. I advertised it to the Tuesday group, and this is one of their options.
Casino,
Yeah,
go
imagine us coming
investigate.
back and being like, oh, the Mimic's dead. There's just a scene of a slaughter where only one of that party was left alive.
Joey's got to run a cross-campaign event where the level 15s hunt down the level 4s.
Be great.
Run!
Run.
Why are they after us? You killed our pet, you
killed-
motherfuckers.
You took what's mine.
It was killing innocent people.
It was
Exactly.
adorable.
He doesn't go out of his way. They walked into his house.
Notably, he is now of the size that whatever he becomes, you can customize and ask him to have specific features, and he will have them. So he will have cushions in the front of the cart. He will push himself, because he doesn't need anybody to pull him, but that is going to draw a lot of attention, of course, and that's up to you to, figure out how you want to deal with that.
It's a magical cart.
Yeah.
I'll ask him to make like a weird sail thing, right? To kind of, it's a magical wind cart or something.
Okay, yeah. It just grows. You watch the flesh extend upwards and then harden into wood.
Okay.
If you look very closely to the cloth of the sail, it has like skin pores.
Oh no, the cloth is its tongue, just sitting there.
Just like random eyeballs. Yeah, let's go. We might be able to find you a job at eating criminals or something.
Yes.
I mean, once we create our own utopian state, having a Mimic as an executioner seems like a fantastic solution.
Where's
Go
the
to
jail
the
cell? It
assume.
is my mimic.
Jail cell.
Okay.
The entire jail is the mimic.
Who says you're getting a trial?
Yeah, I was about to say, bold of you to assume we will ever get a utopia.
God,
Utopia for us.
I love the mimic monster so much.
I do too.
So, you guys wander your way, taking a northern route through Gambler's Den and heading over towards Lament Falls. Of course, Bart and Samdi and Monkey, were you there for that? Did
That
Monkey?
was before Monkey, when the last time. If you're talking about when I went with my first character, that was before Monkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Monkey
Bart
joined us
Monkey.
right after that.
Bart and Samdi bring you all over fairly quickly. At the edge of Lament Falls, there's this very vast pool of water that has wildlife swimming within it and these lovely lily pads floating and connecting to the surface deep beneath. The architecture here is beyond ancient. So incredibly old that you think it probably predates this entire city of Casino itself. As you are getting over to the shoreline, your mimic will shift down into a rowboat for you.
Okay.
So, Bart, I set you guys up in whatever groups you would do for various rowboats that you borrow from their people that send you across. So Genesis, Cornwallis, Glenn, Monkey, Bart, and Reese, you guys don't have to row at all, and Samdi, you swim. Fair.
Can I take Cloud? Can I just ride Cloud across next to the, not up high, just next to the rowboat?
Yeah, you can leave Glenn by himself. It's no problem.
Yeah, let me know when we get close enough.
Oh, is it 2 people per
Yeah.
rowboat?
Yeah, look, you guys are down here.
Yeah. Let me know
Oh,
when
I
we
was
get
at
close
the
enough.
very top of the map. I apologize.
No problem.
All right. Well, in that case, then Cloud can float along next to us while I'll be in the rowboat with.
We not have a long rest.
No, that's what I'm trying to get us.
We're
to.
so beaten up.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys are going to the best place to long rest.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
As we get closer, right, and we get like, I don't know, within 5 minutes of the place, I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability. Unfortunately, I don't have a level 2 slot, so I have to use a level 3. And I'm gonna Enhance Ability on Cornwallis, I guess myself.
So Eagle Splendor.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Eagle Splendor, and I'm gonna use my last sorcery point, since we're not in the same boat, to make it a touch, or make it a reach.
Oh, you could do that before you start rowing across. This is the gap. This is the channel. So
Okay.
it's an hour, you know. Right? Yeah, it's an hour.
Yeah, it's an
It's
hour.
an hour.
yeah.
Okay. So you can keep that sorcery point just in case the DM's an asshole.
Okay.
Anyways, you all begin rowing and or swimming your way across, taking in this very gentle little place that as soon as you begin to maneuver your way here, you can smell the sweet aromas of these spices that seem to be imbued into the water, these oils that seem to have been washed away and cascade down this incredible structure before you, almost pyramid-esque. And as you push further and further past you can feel the sun's rays. But whereas walking through Casino, they were burdensome, they were heavy, they were pressing down upon you, here the rays seem to be comforting, softer. They are warm and welcoming. And you all begin maneuvering across. You all can control these rowboats, so feel free to click and move forward.
Oops.
And Samdi, you can control your damn self.
Nope. Cornwallis
Yeah,
has
can't-
left a rowboat.
I don't think we can actually move the rowboat, can we?
Can't
No,
you?
I tried.
Try dragging
Yeah, we
and
can.
dropping over it. Okay then.
Yeah, I tried that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
We can now.
Yeah, that one can. Update default token. Yeah, I didn't
Put him on
actually.
the wrong layer.
Jesus Christ.
I just thought they were part of the map. So
There you
Looks
go.
Good.
No,
Oh.
can't you clearly see that they have animation cells?
Glenn can be doing some. Brother Jack can be doing some water skiing behind. Got a rope behind.
there we go.
There we go. Now, in the future, if you ever need to drag the rowboat over, you can do so.
Bump Glenn's boat off to the side.
So, as you all park your boats over here, you see these 2 Iman workers go over and grab the boats and start settling them across the side.
Don't touch my boat.
Sir, we're here to assist you.
Okay. Mine's is an ever-changing animated object, so it can change.
He's saying it's
And
got
it's
a
alive.
special alarm system on it, so you just gotta be careful.
Found it in an ancient temple.
It'll whisper to you from the back of its side, "Why won't you let them die?"
Please don't eat these guys. They're not homeless.
Fine. So we have
Um,
to help you park your vessel.
Okay. I put my hand on the boat. I'll let them park you. Right. Don't eat them. I made that very clear, by the way.
Yep.
So they heard too.
Fine.
You might want to leave us some food.
Oh, yeah. I give it some.
as you say that, it starts eating one of the fish that swam underneath it.
You can eat that too.
Fuck it. It'll eat anything.
Yeah, I
Meat.
give it some purple worm meat that I have. A pound of it.
You just drop a slab.
Just
That's barely a snack.
they just see teeth. See what I mean? It's its own thing.
They look over at you, Bart, and Samdi for confirmation that this is safe. You two are renowned heroes of this land.
Perfectly safe as long as you do not go near it.
Just tell it where to park. Take directions from them.
Very well. They will do so.
Okay.
You all begin wandering up the pathway, and you can see that there's these two Iman workers who are coming over with fresh woven baskets of flower petals and dropping them into the cascading water and falls, where you watch them go from layer to layer to layer, cascading downwards and flowing beautifully. Seeing this gorgeous display cascading downwards and heading all the way to the bottom, it is a remarkable sight. Everything here is so calming in its essence and origin. Everything is so peaceful. It's remarkable that there's such a place that exists that you can just feel safe at.
I'm gonna ask Samdi very quick. Hey Sam, this place not consecrated, is it? Before we continue to go in.
Not that I remember.
I mean, it got on my knowledge.
Okay. Cool.
It's a sacred site to a certain person, but
Well, any consecrated land will break my illusion.
well, we'll see if where you truly are.
Okay.
Should be fine.
Just say it's part of your grieving process. You'll be fine.
Why do you have a tiefling with you? It's part of my grieving process.
So, you all continue wandering your way, and when you make it to the top area, you see this strange iconography to some type of snake that many of you don't recognize. The snake seems to have a very strong presence of brightness to it. Is anybody here proficient in religion?
I'm a jack of all
Yep.
trades.
I damn. Of course.
So, monkey. This is general knowledge, Reese. So general knowledge is not like jack of all tradable. It's, hey, have I heard of something? The symbol of these stripes around it would represent rays, especially with the yellow backdrop in contrast. The circle around that symbolizes protection. So it's some type of snake god or entity of the sun and protection.
Right now, you guys see how there's that snake type head with the things coming out. Those kind of represent like rays in the circle. It's kind of like, it's like protection, kind of is what it's symbolizing. I don't know if y'all have been here or knowledgeable on it, but it's always looked interesting.
One of the Iman look over at you. Very astute of you, sir. Though we don't know specifically what god it is that is represented here, we are very well aware of the nurturing, protective nature of it, nonetheless.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. We're looking forward to some relaxation and some meditation and protection that this place brings.
You all continue higher up towards the very top entrance, where you see there's two Iman servants currently sweeping up some of the remnants of dust of this location from it. And when you get up there, you enter into a small little room where there's one servant waiting for you all as you approach. Hello, do you all currently have an appointment?
I do. I am Bonifacio.
Sorry, we're at the reception right now, right?
Yes.
So I will, as that is happening, I will just subtly cast a hex on the receptionist, targeting wisdom.
Perfect.
Just kind of exhausted. I just like sigh, and it affects her or them. I don't remember
Yes.
which one it was.
And Bart at 8 hit points, Somdi at 7 hit points, Glenn at 23 hit points. Just standing there completely fucked up. Oh.
My shoulder
at 50.
detaches.
Mr. Bonifacio, it is?
Yes.
They start looking through their reports, looking up at you. I need you to roll me a deception check. You do have advantage.
I've forgotten about something until about 5 minutes ago. So as he questions me, I'm gonna stoop because I'm way taller than him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into his eyes, and I'm telling him that I'm here to grieve for my lost family.
Oh yeah, Heart of Darkness. The edgiest of backgrounds. Also my favorite background ever, in case anybody was wondering. It's amazing.
Same.
So good.
I'll roll the deception, but I think he automatically helps me regardless. Based off the description of that.
The individual reaches as you kind of like lean down, placing your hand on the counter and looking at them, they reach over, place their hands on top of yours in a very comforting gesture. Of course, Mr. Bonifacio. May I just say that it is tragic what has befallen, but hopefully here today you will discover what it is that the universe has planned. Or perhaps something else altogether. Now, you are granted a freedom of 3 days at Lament Falls. However, if it takes any longer, they like squeeze your hand. They have to use both hands to get either side. You come to me and you let me know. Okay?
Thank you. That is very kind of you.
We will have Iman at the end of the stairs to gather up your armor and clothing and finish working and cleaning it for each of you. We can promise you that we are here to help, and we have no intentions of taking any of your belongings. It will be safe, no matter what it is. Robes will be awaiting you down inside of the entryway. You all begin descending downstairs into the heart of this pyramid, where it's incredibly dark.
It's black. It's not just dark.
Why
there
don't
it
you
is.
come down here?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Incredibly dark depths of this pyramid, but when you get to the bottom, you see this bright light, and you all hand over your armor and hand over your bags and your weapons. And when you step outside of that bright light, you can see this gorgeous front building that is placed here, and you see just bits of grass from this small yard before you approach and walk into this building. You look inside, and everything is handcrafted, handmade, and there's these beautiful, peaceful bonsai tree drawings up against the walls and various other serene sights that, when you look at them, just seem to draw your attention in and begin to alleviate your minds. The Aman worker is here, and they will gesture. You may approach to either side. The left side, if you wish to have personal privacy. The right side for individuals less shy, may we say. There you can relinquish your clothing into an area where I will personally hand wash them for you. If you are going to request any specific essential oils for your bath just beyond that wall, be sure to speak out and let me know.
My question is, if there's anyone else here, right, are we going to be judged on our fiendish appearance if we have that?
There are many other individuals, but Mr. Bonifazio, they gesture at Cornwallis, has requested that you all have access to a private viewing area and hot spring on the right-hand side. No matter what anybody else's disposition may be, you will be welcomed and undisturbed. And of course, they reach up and they pull a bell and hand it over to you, Cornwallis. If at any point in time you need a personal service made for you, you simply need to ring the bell once and one of us will come over.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
I'm accidentally and inadvertently going to try and I'll strip off all my weapons, but then I'm going to unconsciously put the sword back on and try and enter with the sword, not even thinking about it.
Sir, they will stop you. We promise you there is no threats here.
What?
And we will tend to your weaponry personally.
Oh. Yeah, sorry, accident. I'll hand it over.
He is so highly trained, it is like an extension of his arm.
That's what it is.
It is understandable.
I will give him everything but my violin case, and I go, it helps me relax.
Roll me a deception
Humility
check.
cannot be good for that.
But it does
Okay,
help
this
me
is-
relax.
Oh, it does, but it's also
Yeah.
a weapon. Like, roll me a
Alright.
deception check. You're a bard. People know what bards are.
Is this a guard or the same receptionist?
This is a different one.
Okay.
And if you murder that
shit.
one upstairs, you can move your hex down to this one.
25. I'm still enhanced.
Yeah, you are. Very well. Just be considerate of the other guests and not too loud, if you may, with the instrument. We will install dividers tonight so you can be appropriately at ease with your music and tunes. So, everybody on the right-hand side, if you do not wish to have privacy, you all begin stripping off your clothes that are battered and beaten and very, very worn through your adventuring clothing for many of you as well as you try to maintain yourself. You guys literally have gone through hell. It's hard to keep it impeccable.
There's a bunch of open holes in Glenn's body. Just pierced here, pierced there.
Yeah. Joey, remind me, are dragnecks, they're currently contained within necklaces, aren't they?
If you're attuned to the necklace, it can be.
Yeah. I will
Um,
ask if I can keep my amulet on.
Stuffed
while I
full
go.
of attunement slots, so I would have had mine in my bag. I'm gonna try and take the egg with me
Into the
and ask them if they have any like hot stones in the area.
It is not close to hatching, is it?
No, it's months away. It just needs to be nurtured.
You are welcome to bring it with you through here, and if you would like, we can even increase the intensity of the heat in one of the hot springs to make it more acclimated.
That would be much appreciated for myself as well. Oh, actually, no, because I'm not wearing my arm.
Yeah, you're still attuned, but you're not wearing it, so you don't have the benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're able to keep our jewelry on then, right? Or amulet?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Can't go to the hot springs without your drip, bro.
No, you're right. As I have my rings, my necklace, my piercings.
So, you all strip down, put your clothes inside of these nice little alcoves where you just place them inside the little cubbies, and this Iman worker comes over immediately and begins handing you all out these various robes, which are exactly 2 sizes too big for each of you, which is perfect for cozying up inside of them and letting them just cover your body. Of course, if anybody has their own robes, you're more than welcome to bring those with you.
I pull out my silk robes from the house. Oh, thank you.
Of course.
I will not say no to the Snuggie.
Yep.
Yeah. The hoodie is appreciated.
So, when you get up into this area over here, this bottom walkway, this triangular location, is completely flooded with water that seems to move upwards. Not triangular, rectangular area. This water that seems to move and sit just barely underneath the crest where it would cascade down into that middle lounge room area. Now, everybody, feel free to take your respective little baths that you are going to be able to sit down and relax in. None of them currently filled with water. There's some over here, and there's some over here. Monkey, that's not a bath. Something that's not a bath. These round things over here are baths.
That round thing in that place.
All right, well, Genesis is in that one, so Monkey, I'm pretty sure you're not sharing.
Genesis and Monkey sharing a
Or
bath.
is he?
Hey, that is up to
No.
Genesis.
Genesis is not here to agree to that.
Yeah.
Monkey, no.
I'm not saying Genesis.
Oh,
would. I'm
Goddamn
just
Monkey, you
saying
keep
they're
glitching
not-
through a wall. This side over here.
Oh, I thought we all went into the right side. That's
I'm not entirely sure Monkey has exhibited any form of carnal desire in the time that we've been traveling together.
Unbeknownst to you,
Yeah.
he's
And
just
he-
bad at it.
He's not
He-
as
he-
horny on main as Bart.
He made a comment long time ago, something with Mama Boosie. He made a really weird comment
Yeah.
about the past.
If that's his sexual preference, Bart's judging him, but fair.
What?
What's wrong with older women?
It's less the older woman, it's the slimy older woman.
Yeah, but he mentioned something about in the past, like something maybe in the past, or something when they very first they ran into her again. And then
I was looking
There's
for that
something
picture, too.
wrong with her? Are you kidding me?
The image I have in my head is the
She used
crusty
to
old
be
crone.
she used to be a lot more crusty and old, but as soon as Samdi became a worshiper, quote unquote, she started
Glowed
getting
up.
younger.
Nice. We do like Mama's good.
and he did he was oh no, that wasn't carnal. He was very nice to the lady on the beach. I always forget her name.
So that's it. Monkey's into old women. Okay, that makes sense.
We all have a type.
Hey, I'm not bitching about it. That's fine.
Yeah. Mine's is power.
As far as we know, he's still married.
So, as you all get into your respective little tubs, you see that same Iman worker comes out after a moment gathering your clothes and moving them somewhere to be washed and cleaned. And 2 other workers come out with these large buckets of water and begin dousing them down into your respective baths. And Genesis and Bart's are steaming hot to the point of nearly boiling, as he has requested. And without your armor, Bart, it's that is that's a little spicy, but you can take it.
Yeah.
If
I'm
you wish
just,
to be comfortable, they can
cradling
lower it
my
a little
egg.
more. Just- Samdi, yours, of course, is a very nice warmth that they generate for you. Cornwallis, same for you as well. Reese, Monkey, Glenn, each of you. Actually, Reese and Monkey get a medium warmth, and Glenn, yours is scorching hot.
I was gonna ask for an ice bath.
They will take the bucket away and come back a moment later with buckets of water and ice as each of them begin dumping them on top of you.
It's good for the muscles. Oh, I gotta handle it.
You do have to bathe yourself before you go into the hot springs.
Right.
I'm gonna drop the form suppression, right? So my wings are out, full doubled. and go, this won't be a problem, will it?
Of course not.
Okay.
So, as you all are having the waters poured in, there's one person on each side who seems to have this very large basket filled with various different nice little herbs and essential oils, and they begin dumping some of them flowers or various roots into your tubs as they're beginning to fill up, and different oils, and for each of you it's a very relaxing experience. Now, would you like to be personally bathed, each of you?
That'd be great. And any chance you guys got any apples?
We do, yes.
Hankering for one.
As soon as we are outside of the bathing area, we will be bringing forth a buffet for you.
Right. So the wings are kind of new, right? Do you have anyone who's more experienced with it? Because they're kind of tight. Haven't flown in a hot while.
We can be very gentle.
Okay.
So, those of you that are requesting the personal bathing, they come out with these large loofahs on sticks and begin scrubbing at different portions of you, and those of you that can handle it yourself, they will hand over sponges and loofahs and whatever you need to scrub away the grime of adventuring. And despite everything, you guys have caked on a very thick layer of wilderness in your adventures. There's ash, there's soot, there's scarring, there's burn marks, scorching, sulfur, there's swamp water, everything caked onto you. And Monkey, you're getting 2 individuals. One of them is working on digging out the grime from underneath your nails with specific tools, and the other ones have these large loofahs just scraping at the bottoms of your feet, trying to remove at least the top layer of calluses you've developed recently.
Oh man, that's the spot there. Thank you.
After about 15-20 minutes of this, the servants that were bathing all of you leave and come back with a few more buckets, and your caretaker in all of this will come out. We are done the bathing process. Please rinse yourselves off with these fresh cleansing waters and find your way onto the right-hand side where we have all of the springs on that side just for your group. The higher up you get to the salamander, the warmer they are.
While we're in the bath, I'm gonna pop my egg out of the necklace because I don't want it to be touched by the abyss at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like cleaning it off as well.
Yeah, the warm water is good for it. Wait, yours isn't the cold one, Somdi's is, so yeah, it's good for it.
It's the energy one.
So, after the bathing process, you guys enter into this side over here, the right side. And you see these vast, beautiful pools of water from these hot springs, the steam emanating out from each of them, and these stacks of hot rocks on the side with various different towels wrapped in, keeping them closed off in case you want to add them to a small area to start steaming up the location that you are in. As you begin looking out and across, there is nobody here, but again, the architecture is beyond anything else you guys have seen within Komortar. It is ancient, but so incredibly beautiful. And so, you all begin to find your respective locations to begin relaxing and meditating. We're going to go ahead and go on break. And when we come back, you guys can find your desired pools of water. I said right-hand side, Reese. Goddamn. Motherfucker don't know how to listen.
I'm just like moving around.
He's so excited.
You start walking around the other people who go, oh my god.
I'm like trying to look at the salamander.
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, I know, it's fine. Just imagine Reese goes over to the other side. Hey guys. Just looking. But yes, you can find your respective locations, and when we come back, we will see how you guys try to relax and enter into your meditative states.
Is Tim back?
Oh, hopefully. Tim?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just eating. So
How about Carl?
No.
Okay, cool. Then we can go on without him. So, where last we left off, the party had found their way into various different springs here, these pools of gorgeous water for them to start enveloping into and beginning to feel the release of all of this mystical, magical energy imbued into the springs themselves, envelop into each of you and start to sweat the toxins of your body out of yourselves. As you all find your respective locations that you are most comfortable in, Reese, you're going into a pool of water that is literally boiling.
Oh, never mind. I was like, oh,
I said the
water
closer
boiling
to
now.
the salamander, the hotter that shit is.
Did it burn me?
Yeah, you dip your finger in that shit and you're, ah!
Uh-huh.
Have you touched boiling water? It's not fun.
What Bart is going to do is gingerly step along the rocks, not getting in the water, and nestle the dragon egg in like a nook in the next to the hottest spring.
As you are setting that up, one of the Iman employees will come over with a sack of heated rocks. You can create a safety cushion for them and place these towels over top of it for safety.
Yeah, he does so. Uses like a pair of sticks to move the rocks. Not touching hot rocks. Give me the old spicy keychain.
Yep.
And yeah, nestle it in. Pat it on the top of the egg. Good. You will rest, recuperate from our hard travels.
Pick up Bart's egg and go, how come yours don't have weird runes on it? And I pull out mine and like,
Oh yeah,
This
you
is
are
just
looking at it for the first
face
time.
and a twisting tongue.
You took it out one time when you were in the
the abyss. but,
not
like,
the
I've
abyss,
never-
the other one.
The
Hollow.
The hollow. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's never been inside the amulet except for when we went to Abyss. So it's been soaking up all that planar goodness.
From the hollow of the dead, as well as from the hells, the first layer in particular.
of
So
Abyss
yes.
and this.
Yep. When you take it out, who's close to Reese? Oh, all of you, more or less. You all see Reese take out his egg, and when he holds it up, you see these decrepit scar marks all across it that are glowing slightly blue on the right side and then slightly red on the left side.
How come your guys look different?
I think because we have been taking care to shield ours from harmful environments, whereas you've just been kind of letting it bask in everything we've been through over the last few months.
Nothing's coming to harm this egg.
Look at the egg. Adapt and overcome. It is yours. I put it in the egg. I put it in the water.
Drown it. Just adapt,
You see
overcome.
bubbles coming up.
Shh, shh, shh. No dreams. Only no tears. Only dreams.
Soft boiling the fucking egg.
Soft boiling egg.
As you are, yeah,
Vultures.
yeah, somebody.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was just reacting.
Cool. So, as you all are relaxing and breathing and feeling these incredible heats pushing over you and spreading and pulling the pores open with something inside of each of you that begins dripping and washing away. The Iman come through one more time, placing a large buffet on one of the tables. There's a basket of apples. There's a basket of grapes. There's some more exotic fruits that you would only find out by the gardens that the Iman produce as well. They also have a beautiful charcuterie board filled with various different types of cheeses and meats that are finely sliced, and 3 various different breads, one being a pita bread, one being a cracker, and we're not on Twitch, I can say that. And the third one being this very thick rye bread with seeds along the exterior of it. They leave all of the food out for you all, and it is more than enough for you all to consume throughout this evening and consider dinner, just as appetizing food to finger at and enjoy. Cornwallis.
Yes.
As you are bathing in your pool, you begin to feel this thickness in your chest that begins to make your throat feel like it's slowly peeling out from you.
Feels like my throat is peeling out.
Like there's a thickness, something in your throat that's dragging your throat out, like it's about to come out.
Oh.
Ew.
Like, open my mouth real wide and stick my hand as far as out of my mouth as I can go. Let's see if there's anything in there.
You go about elbow deep, and you grab onto something hefty, and you start to pull and pull, and Samdi, who's right next to Cornwallis, you hear this as you pull out this large glob of purple essence and breathe very deeply as you look at this horrendous glob in your hand that's just purple. And as you take that magnificently deep breath, you no longer feel compelled to, keep that sword with you and compelled to hunt down every demon ever.
Be careful, don't let that drip in the water, please.
Anybody know what this is? I don't quite feel the intense need to hunt demons anymore.
Oh,
Maybe it's a physical
Fake self,
manifestation
I
from
thought-
a curse.
yeah. Fake self, I thought that was something that you did on a regular basis. I'm glad to hear it.
How do I dispose of this?
Somebody just points a finger at you, and I'm gonna attempt to mage hand it.
Yeah, the mage hand grabs it.
I maneuver it over to the other side. Drop it pop it in a random pond or
Throw it over the fence.
yeah. The
Next
mage
time
is
around.
invisible, so it's just a random floating purple ball. Just...
You all hear bloop on the other side.
I might recommend ringing that bell you got there, Cornwallis, next time. I'm sure they can help you dispose of stuff.
Do you want me to tell them that we just dropped a ball of curse in the other side?
At this point, probably not.
I'm gonna say, I don't want to get kicked out. This place has evidently been good for me. You can have that sword back, Bart. I don't think I want to pick that up again.
Oh.
I mean, maybe your animosity towards me was also part of the curse. Do you still feel animosity towards me?
Yep, still hate you. That
Oh, yeah, the
hasn't
curse.
changed.
I don't think the curse is gone. I think you need to simmer. I think you need to simmer just a little bit more.
Yeah, I vaguely remember my own timeline, Reese, that happened before I picked up the sword.
Nah, it's gotta be because of the sword.
Does it though?
Yeah, it's gotta be it. It's impossible.
I guess we'll see how this plays out over time here in the
Yeah.
falls. On
I think
maybe
you need to
that's
get closer.
deeper in.
Yeah, I think you need to get closer to the salmon. I think you need to go from a simmer to a high boil.
You know what?
All right, I'll move
Let's-
up one pool.
We
To
can
see if
play
that
it by ear,
helps.
but I'm glad you're feeling better. I don't think. I mean, good to have it. Well, yeah.
In retrospect,
From the other side of the fence, you hear somebody scream.
I'm just ignoring that willfully.
It's an over there problem.
In retrospect, in addition to the desire to hunt demons, I definitely had a thing for the sword that I don't feel as much anymore. So those two are definitely related.
Nah,
No,
I can't be. It's okay to hunt demons. It's fine.
well, I'm not saying that it's not okay to hunt demons, but I remember when we were down there and I just kind of took off on my own.
It was kind of dumb, but you know, I also made enemies with the entirety of hell, so you know, it's like the same thing.
Yeah, but that's not like me to do that. I don't know if that's like you or not.
Well then, seems like you made a good choice. Because that sword obviously was taking away your free will. That's the case. Yeah, if you choose to don it again, well, that's your choice.
If it's cursed, I can always extract that curse out of you. I do have that power.
But we'll keep it around in case we need it, but I don't think I want to wield it
Yeah.
for the time being. I mean, I guess if we go, no, we're going to go fight demons again.
Mm-hmm.
But
It'll cost 300 gold diamond.
oh,
So, you guys hear someone from the other side of the fence. Those of you with exceptional perception.
Sorry,
Why,
what?
why do I feel like killing something disgusting like a demon?
and a new champion is born.
New champion.
A new hand touches the beacon.
Should we like leave them the sword just to like born a new champion?
I mean, I think that's too far. I don't think we want to give him the tool to do it.
Yeah, we should give them the soul-eating gems and the gauntlets. That's what we gotta do. New demon warrior.
Hopefully, if they don't have the sword, it'll wear off while they're in here.
Imagine, like, all throughout whatever relaxation period's happening, they'll get cursed, cough up the curse again, and then the next person will get cursed.
Everyone who walks into that
And it just
one
finds
pool.
its way back to Cornwallis eventually.
I'm only gonna half relax because I'm spending half of my time making sure that a purple globe doesn't come flying in from the other side.
Ugh.
They're going to be much more reasonable. You do hear the person, after about 30 minutes, vomit something up, and then, excuse me, Iman, can you take this? Yes, of course. Thank you.
They
That's
then
kinda
proceed to dump it
disappointing.
into the river.
No, they
He
would
throws
never
it into
defile
another
this
pond.
place.
Oh, okay.
Somehow it ends up with your mimic.
17 doesn't need this.
Your mimic becomes a demon hunter.
There's just
That
a
would've been
random
good
shack
choice.
in the end of the abyss.
Not gonna lie, that probably would have been a good place to drop him off at.
Just feeding on demons. All right, I can completely relax now that I know that thing's gone. So I can sit in this hotter pool and focus on trying to let go of my anger at Reese.
I'll even help you. I'll pull out my instrument and I will play a somber song from my youth called the Song of Rest.
So, as you were playing this song, everybody else, you're soaking in the heat. You're embracing these nurturing essences. Are any of you going to attempt to add any oils or flora to your respective springs to try to gain an additional effect?
Tell him
I'm
that
not-
all.
I'm not going to, but I would like to retcon one small thing, or I could have it here. Back when they were bathing me, I wanted to have them use my special enchanted loofah that I found at the bottom of the school
Ooh.
when it was underwater.
Start playing the flute.
I'm going to. I'm just gonna go grab. Cornwallis really doesn't know anything about any of this stuff, so he's just going to. He's gonna go grab a bunch of random leaves and stuff, and then he's just gonna stick it in a pond, and he's gonna dip all the way down, so it's only his nose and eyes that are above the water, and it's gonna look like that picture that I posted in PC chats, PC pics. That's gonna be Cornwallis while he's meditating. Just
Okay.
filled the entire water with random leaves and flora.
All right. So we'll say 2 fistfuls. So roll me 2d10.
Awesome.
Nope. 4 and 8.
Oh, 4 and 8.
Yeah. So chamomile herbs and sage herbs. Ooh. So, as you begin soaking in these 2 different herbs, chamomile. Wow, that's very contradictory. Well, not really. Okay. You become the camel sage. As you are soaking in these 2 different types of herbs inside of your pool, you can feel that they seem to be seeping into your pores and into your skin, completely enveloping into you, and it feels relaxing for one of them. It seems to grant you some type of resilience to negativity in general. Well, as the other one seems to make you more emotionally calm, very understanding, and very difficult to upset.
How do
Any-
you like the spices there, Cornwallis?
I'll answer, but my mouth is completely underwater, so it's all just burbling.
Bunch of bubbles. I am proficient in nature and the herbalism kit. Would I know what kind of herbs I could put into the spring that would like either clear the mind or relax the muscles, like better, or I guess amplify that?
Peppermint oil would be to soothe the muscles. Chamomile herbs are for calming a mind and
Okay.
promoting relaxation.
And I think at that point of adding these herbs and such into the pool, I would. Would I know if it's safe to take out my egg? I know
I
you said
mean-
that when I take out my egg, it has like this shadow that covers it from like protecting it from the sunlight. But is there like any sun that's like coming through this area?
There's definitely a lot of natural sunlight, but you can like cozy up underneath the trees in the area, or you could simply request one of the Iman to bring over a pavilion for you.
Okay. Yeah.
They are here to serve and make this relaxing. That is it.
I guess I would do that then and have the egg out as well.
Now, you didn't have yours out at all during your time.
I pulled it out once in the hollow briefly, and then what was his name?
There's no
who's the guy? The guy in charge of the hollow. He said
Please
that
reference NPC list.
he said the energies wasn't meshing well with the egg, so I
The
put it away. The collector. There you go.
Yeah, and it was brief. It was a real brief. When we did that, I remember.
So, when you take out the egg, you do see that there is this one circle around it that seems blue. It's not a perfect line that's perfectly smooth. It's a little jagged at certain points, like it maneuvers and engulfed all around. And notably, the egg feels just as cold as it always has. But you definitely notice that shift in it from just the brief moment of the otherworldly influence.
I'll be more careful with this guy. But this spring is a time for relaxation. I will also have I'll snap my fingers and have Hooligan come out, and I guess have him occasionally fly over to the charcuterie and grab some stuff.
Yep. Your owl just picks up things, bring them over to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab some chamomile. I get out of the pool, go over and get some chamomile, and I go back over and put some in. I think this is the time. And I'll reach into behind me and I pull out a vial. You can make me roll sleight of hand if you want, but whatever.
What, to keep the quiver on you?
Nope, I had the vial tucked it back in my hair somewhere when I was doing my hair at Mama
Your
Boosie's.
sleight of hand beats the Amon's possible roll.
Yeah, that's why I didn't roll. But but this is the vial that Mama gave me. Mama's memory elixir. And when I take it, it'll grant me vivid memories of my family and loved ones. And she told me I would knew the time. We had just spent time with Mama Boosie, and now we're here to meditate, see things, and this is probably the safest place for me to do this at. And I uncork it, and I down it. And it's up to you when you want to go through it, but that's what I do.
So, you're soaking in the chamomile, but you're planning on doing that. Okay, let me prep that for you.
Yep. Because I know it's going to be hard, and so I want to be able to stay calm, because I'm sure that the memories are going to be difficult.
I have a hold monster just for you. Just in
You didn't
case.
use it. I was going to wait till after our shorter one was taken off. I'll let myself relax and meditate. I imagine when I got out of the pool to go over and grab the chamomile, I didn't put a towel on.
While this is going on, I'm gonna burn all 4. I'll burn the last 4 inspirations I have because it says I have 4. I don't know where. Probably only used 1 during the fight then. I'm gonna use it on Cornwallis, Monkey, Bart, and Glenn. So each one of them can have an inspiration for the next 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Monkey. I have 6 key memories of you. Please roll me a d6. Now, these are all in descending order from key things towards the beginning and key things towards the end. So you hit smack dab in the middle. As soon as you imbibe this elixir, a curious sensation washes over you, starting as a gentle warmth that spreads throughout your body. It's as if a veil has been lifted from your mind, and you feel a surge of clarity and awareness, unlike anything you have experienced before. At first, there is a sense of disorientation as this new memory begins to surface, like a piece of a puzzle slowly falling into place. Yet, with each moment, the fragment coalesces into a vivid tapestry of images and sensations, unfolding before your mind with breathtaking clarity. Emotions attempt to flood through you in a torrential rush, but the calmness of the chamomile seems to hold that type inside of you. The emotions being stifled right now are joy, laughter, and a tone of sorrow. This memory that you have unlocked, Monkey. You are traveling on a rowboat. A raft. Standing upon it in this gorgeous body of water that has so many vivid and wonderful fish swimming around. As you are pushing yourself forward, you know that in this depiction of yourself, you are wearing these long clothes, this robe that's open in the front for you to be much more agile, and these little slip-on sandals that you have. What you are rowing with, however, even though it is an oar currently, you know that this is a weapon of yours, a treasured item, one that takes on the image and visage of whatever you need it to be in that moment. As you are sailing across, you look up into the sky and you see a familiar individual sailing through the open air on their own raft. You look up at them and they look down at you, smiling and waving. This individual you recognize as your brother. A gentle, kind, though sometimes condescending asshole, whose name seems to still be stifled from you, despite this elixir. When you are approaching over towards this island, you see that there are two of them. You go to the one on the right, the same one that he went to, and when you get over to the edge of the island, it has a cliff that's about 25 feet tall. You take your oar, position it upwards and over your shoulders, where it just adjusts and elongates itself, expanding across your arms as you jump up and begin scaling with your own hands. Your brother looks down towards you. Monkey, what are you doing? This very, very dark complexion with these bright golden eyes staring down at you. The only thing that shows any facial expression from this distance with the pure, solid skin are the eyebrows and this little trimming around the lips, which are both gold as well. Why not just simply fly up here? You look up and answer with an accent that seems comfortable to you. It is not worth anything to just simply fly everywhere, brother. Sometimes you must enjoy the journey. As you continue scaling and climbing, he sits there relatively patiently, and as you stand up at the top, you extend your arm outwards where that resting weapon of yours extends out on you. Naturally grasp it into position as it extends into a staff that you very easily grip and hold and begin walking with. And you look at him. Do you know why the other siblings have called upon us today? I do not know. There seems to be some worry that these trying times with the Pantheon are getting in the way of, well, some of their goals. You haven't been helping too many of the mortals lately, have you? You feel a little tension in your chest as you know you're lying to him. No, of course not. You all decided, despite my objections, that we are not to help out the mortals that are on the side of Arcana. I get it. You know this is for our safety, right? Not all of them can be trusted. Yes, I know, you guys are very worried about that. Don't worry, it wasn't me. Good brother. He puts his hand over your shoulders and grips the back of your neck, and he grips it in a way that's more comforting and big brother-esque. It's not like a threat of any variety, and as he kind of shakes you back and forth a little bit, you slap his arm away and playfully begin running and frolicking across this island as he takes off running and charging after you. You move with a nimbleness and agility that is unparalleled. You are dodging underneath these vast, thick vines, not disturbing any of the foliage, and as you are twisting around in this way, you see your brother transforms into a panther with those same dark eyes, the golden eyes, and begins chasing after you, and you make it over to this large bridge where as soon as you get over towards that bridge, he leaps out, pounces, and tackles you down to the ground where both of you spill out, and he jumps out of his form, and both of you are laughing joyously right now, just enjoying this time as you look up at him and he stands up looking across the bridge. You're unbothered by anything else right now, just admiring your big brother, one of the only people to ever challenge you in a chase or a fight or anything. It's inspiring how powerful he really is. And it's a good thing, too, since, well, not all of the siblings are so naturally inclined towards physical affection. He's probably the only one. You realize he's been staring across the bridge for a while now, and you turn and look as well. As you gaze across it, you recognize somebody else on the other side. Much more well-postured and put together. This standing woman with these thick locks of hair that are kept within one massive braid of itself, and then the other ones begin cascading in multiple braids down. There's these large golden coils across her neck that pushes and elongates it up very slightly as you look at her, and her outfit seems regal and long, but all handcrafted and woven from fine silks. For some reason, you don't recognize her name, but the part of you, the recent part of you that you've been, recognizes her as Mama Busi. So, are the two of you done with your wrestling? You look over, begin rotating around to stand up, and your brother steps on your back to push you down again as he begins walking across the bridge, and you take that opportunity to spring up, jump onto him, and tackle him down onto the bridge, which immediately begins cracking and breaking and swinging downwards as the two of you hold on, swinging very quickly, and then suddenly it stops about halfway and then slowly pulls back up, and the broken aspects retwine themselves as Vusi is twisting her fingers together to do so. You guys called us here last minute for some reason. Might as well have a little fun while we're here, huh, sister? He goes down and kisses her on either cheek as she hugs him, just embracing with a tightness. Yes, of course, that is right. She goes over towards you, Monkey, and embraces you in a similar manner, giving you a little hug and squeeze as well, as she looks up at you with these strange golden eyes. And you feel this this worry coming from her, this concern, and it makes you a little embarrassed as she looks at you like that. You pull away, pushing her in her shoulder, knocking her to the ground very, very easily. As she stands up, "I've told you to stop acting like such a brute towards all of us." You just cock a smile back there. Well, you could simply just have better posture and positioning. You wouldn't fall over so easily. Come on, sister, try it. You straddle, and he drops down into a wide-footed stance. You just stand like this, and nobody can knock you over. It's easy. And she just simply walks past you, not entertaining the idea. You look back over at your brother, who just rolls his eyes, and the three of you continue walking. You get over to this magnificent shrine that has a depiction of you and every single one of your siblings. You see before you there are 3 women that look eerily similar to one another. You know them as referenced as the 3 close sisters, but you don't know their names. You see the depiction of your brother standing very tall and powerfully with his arms crossed, looking gorgeously handsome. Then yourself standing there, squatted low, with your back foot raised up on a rock and this massive staff above your head angling downwards with this grand smile and playfulness. You see Vusi directly after you, and you see another man, one of the siblings that you aren't particularly close with. The two of you never really talk that much. Though you are relative in age to one another, he stands with this very firm beard and a constant perpetual sadness in his eyes. His head is clearly naturally kept within a receded hairline that makes him look incredibly non-threatening and calm. You know that he's incredibly depressing to be around, and you take in the guise of 2 more siblings in that instance. One of them stands with this coiled serpent around their body, extending out from their hand, reaching upwards, and the last one, the eldest of all of your siblings, magnificently red, bright hair with these burning bright eyes, clad in gladiator-style armor, and this incredible gladius sword drawn outwards and a shield placed in front of them. As you get to this shrine, as soon as you and your other 2 siblings here step onto it, you see this glowing light that brings you into this hidden temple. You begin walking through it casually. You look at many of these various different artifacts of your siblings that they have housed here for safekeeping. You're not sure exactly what's going wrong, but there's these trying times before you. These times where your artifacts can't be kept out in the open. In fact, you're recommended not even to take them with you wherever you are going. Your siblings have been very grotesquely upset with you that you are keeping your staff with you. Though, you're convinced there's nobody that could possibly take it from you. You're fine. And as you round a couple of corners and place your hands onto dedicated pedestals that glow brightly, you step into this chamber with this magnificent, beautiful table that has all of your siblings already positioned and waiting for you. As they look up, "How kind of you all to join us," your eldest brother speaks with a level of annoyance to him. "Next time we say it is an emergency, why don't you appear instead of traveling?" Your brother speaks up first. I was but a short way away. It was only about 50 miles. I figured the flyover here would be nearly just as fast, and I wouldn't be last anyways. You look over at him, feeling slightly offended, as you smile. I was only 100 miles away or so. It was fun. Got to run across the landscape while I was enjoying the sights. I brought you all something, and you reach into a satchel and pull out these husks of corn that you just snatched from fields as you were running past and hand them out to everybody, and most of your siblings are just annoyed with this, whereas Mama Vusi smiles, accepts. Your other close brother smiles and accepts, and that same one you're not close with just gives you a very sad smile as he takes it and thanks you. We are here today because it turns out that someone amongst our siblings has betrayed us and is granting their divine right to the mortals. All of the siblings, you can feel they look in your direction, but they try not to stare as you just smile, nod with everything going on. The eldest brother looks directly at you with a very angry look that does make you scared of him. Monkey. You stretch backwards and then lie your arms on either side of the two chairs closest to you, your two closest siblings. They simply just want to make some magic that allows them to live a little longer. Is that so bad? Immediately, there's this loud roar from everybody at this table who begins screaming and yelling and berating you and belittling you, and the entire time this is happening, you feel Mama Vusi's hand squeezing yours over her shoulder, trying to comfort you, but she's still adding in a little bit of sense of how naive you are, just, making sure you still feel appreciated here. And in these instances, other than her, sometimes you feel like you're not really a sibling at all. They don't understand you. They don't understand what you do, what you like, what you love. They don't understand what you give to everyone else. Even though you don't technically have a domain, you just help people. They don't get it. She understands. She gets it. Towards the end of this, your eldest brother raises his hand, and you see the fiery red hair almost moving with the energy rippling off of him. Monkey, this is the third time. Every time you put trust in these mortals who have done nothing for any of us, and they hurt others. Your people, our people, the people of this realm that don't need the pain. This is the final straw. He reaches his hand across the table, and you react in a very swift way where you lean backwards, the chair stumbles, and you stumble away, backing up to the wall, just afraid of confronting him as he seems to move with this quickness as he snatches you by your chest, slamming you up against the wall. And you see in an instant your close brother and Mama Vusi are on either side, Mama grabbing your chest and his arm, trying to keep you two calm, and your brother grabbing him by the back of the neck, squeezing against it. As you just look up, guys, there's no reason to hurt each other. I understand. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Don't fight. Come on. It's fine when it's fun, but we can't honestly kill each other. As you look concerned at your one brother past him and the one in front of you that you know he could kill you if he wanted to. Mama pushes the two of you apart, keeping you pinned against the wall and pushing him further away. We all need to calm down. His naivety is something that he will outgrow. When, Vusi? When is he going to outgrow this? It has been centuries. He doesn't understand. There has to be the repercussions. You know we don't hurt each other. That is the one thing we agreed when we separated from our parents. We will never hurt each other. I know. And you ensure that that is the way of it, don't you, Vusi? But he cannot be allowed to keep going like this. He reaches up behind you and grabs your staff, which you instinctually grab with both of your hands, trying to hold on to it. It's a connection that you have to something that you've never had before, just something so close to you. It's an extension of who you are as you begin pleading, please, brother, don't, no, I'm sorry, seal me away for 100 years, please. I just don't, and as you're begging, he snaps it in half. This pulse of incredible magical power shoots out from the area, which causes you to stumble to the ground, and about half of your siblings as well to go stumbling downwards and crashing backwards. The only three still standing are Vusi, the red-headed one, and the one closest to you. He leans down in front of you. The next time you help the Pantheon, I am not sealing. You help against us. I am not sealing you away for a century. Vusi will not stop me. None of them will stop me. We are sealing you away permanently. And then the memory slips away. Everyone else, you see Monkey sitting there after drinking, and you see this gold crust enters over his eyes, and when he opens his eyes again, you can see that his irises are now completely golden. And that is just one of 6.
As I come through, I kind of, right before I come through there, I don't know how long I was out, but a couple times I might have chuckled or whatever, especially at the beginning of the memory. As I come out, I've got the golden irises and just a little bit of moisture at the corner of my eye. Well, that's some good chamomile.
Are you okay?
Monkey's just completely spaced out for 20 minutes straight.
Just about, yeah.
Hey, anyone else notice that his eyes are glowing?
I try to look over the rock, and I can't exactly see him, and I go, can't see it.
I tend not to make eye. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, something.
I tend not to make eye contact with him.
I'm in the same pool as him, so I'll swim up to him and, Monkey, are you alright?
I'm assuming kind of gurgled a little bit as your eyes.
No, I would have popped my full head up. Once I got close to you, I would have popped my full head up.
Yeah, just a memory I forgot of my siblings. I got a lot to think about, but yeah, it's just an interesting memory. I know, looking at the book I read in slightly different light. But, you know, family is important. And I really haven't gone into too much thoughts about my siblings since I've been back, since I come back. But, you know, sometimes family just doesn't understand you. But other times they're by your side to help.
I didn't know you had siblings, Monkey.
Well, I didn't quite remember how many I had, but memory came back. Let me ponder this for a bit, and sure we'll have some discussions later. Thank you for asking. Appreciate it.
I'll go swim back to the other side of the pool. I'll pop up long enough to shove a couple of whole fruits in my mouth.
Oh yeah. Oh, and
I'll
they have
go back underwater.
they have mangoes here, and they
Cornwallis
have
eats.
melons.
Cornwallis will eat meat and bread because it's the most stable travel food. But since all this is available, Cornwallis has eaten nothing but fruit since we came in here.
Whole ass melons at a time. Just
Yeah,
Monkey's
I'll go
good
grab
berry.
a couple.
That's
couple
it.
milk.
What'd you say,
Apples
Monkey?
off the table. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab some of the fruit off the table. I'll come back and I'm
So
sit there and practice tossing it at Cornwallis.
as you get out of the pool, you do discover your new flaw since this memory is awakened in you. You sometimes idly reach towards your companion, which was that staff that is no longer here. You just reach upwards and it's not, or reach outwards and no, it's not there. It was like another limb.
And as I'm tossing the fruits to Cornwallis, you know, sometimes it's good to go back and find some things that might have something we need to look for in the future. Well, catch. Toss another one.
You know, Monkey, sometimes the family you choose is better than the family you were given. Just food for thought.
Not like eating the family, right? You mean like?
No, like to think about, not to eat the
Okay,
thought.
yeah, got it. I'm just a lot of weird stuff lately, so I'm just making some clarifications.
Mhm.
You don't get like hungry like your mimic does, do you?
No, no.
Okay, all right, we're good.
You were with me when we found him. He was in a cave.
Well, I know, but I just I don't, because I've never seen your wings before, right? Today was the first day, or had we seen it? I don't
And
remember.
in hell, I popped them out. 'Cause I was
Oh, that's
flying.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
They came out after we killed the Baylor. Not the Baylor, sorry, the Pitfiend.
Piffing, yeah, that's right. And then there was the broom after that. That's why I forgot. Yeah. Oh, because your wings are only temporary fighters.
No, they're perfect.
Are they? Okay, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got some stuff I think we should find in the future. If y'all have time.
My power is to make people better. So.
I do appreciate all the help you give. You know, sometimes I think you're just misunderstood. I don't think people quite understand how good of a heart you actually have.
I mean, I've already mentioned to you before, that spear that Bardakov has is probably gonna be the end of me, so I'm not too worried.
Yeah. Well, there are
As-
two more.
As a storyteller, right, I feel like you're coming into the middle of your story, and that you have a lot more to figure out.
I do. Maybe I think, you know, tonight after dinner I'll probably tell you all the tale of the memory that I had.
Also,
If you're
remember we
interested.
have that performance we can do to restore some more of your memory. down the
Ton of
road.
memory that we got from the enchantment wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
for
like to think
now,
that Reese. Sorry, go ahead.
oh, go ahead. No, tell me. I want you to do
I like to think that Reese is like over a rock because I can't see with how the view is. That. So I'd like to think I'm just like on a rock.
Let me see how far you are away from me.
Like 25 feet. Like 20 feet if I'm on the rock right here.
All right, I'm gonna get out of the pool, stretch, and then I'm gonna use all my action. I'm gonna run at Reese and tackle him in the pool.
What the fuck?
All right, opposed athletics.
Weak as fuck.
Yeah.
Where is athletics? Come on, where'd you go? 15.
Hey!
Ooh.
Hey!
He goes leaping towards you, and your wings just and you fly over him as he dives in.
I kind of grab him and did you use any of the oil? I forget.
No, well, I said I'm gonna throw everything in there. I don't know what the
Yeah,
fuck
so
any of
I
this shit
grab him
is.
just slippery from some of that oil, and I keep going into the pool. Come back up, and I'll laugh and shake my wet hair.
You okay in there?
I'm doing good. I'm
Or
doing good.
you're just trying to change pools is what it was? It looked like
Yeah,
you
let's
cut-
have some fun. We should have a little. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting anyone's meditation? Just memories of my brother brought back some fun in my life.
Anytime. I think Jack is more the one that's more physically fit for those kinds of things.
You should look over at him in deep meditation.
Yep. Egg is just sitting right between my lap. I'm just and Hooligan would just like pop by, like on my top of my head, just like peck it, just keep flying.
I'm gonna go sprint over to Glenn's pool and cannonball.
Oh my
400
god.
pound hippo cannonball. into the
Strength
pool.
saving throw, Glenn. You're getting washed out.
Oh no.
We got 3 days of this.
Yep.
Does your inspiration work on your bardic inspiration work on saves?
Yep, saving throws and skill checks. So I guess technically Monkey could have used that inspiration for it.
I could have.
I'm gonna need all the help I got. 15.
All right. 15? Yeah, I mean, you are washed to the opposite end of the pool as about half of the water is now out of it.
Do you mind? He does
Come on.
cackle a bit though.
Oh.
Playing is relaxing too. Monkey just tried to tackle Reese and missed.
Is that what it was?
Thought he was
Yeah, I
having a
was just-
spasm.
He thought he was just spasming.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Float
So,
back into the
y'all
water
seen,
and relax.
Y'all seen Bard Zombie?
Look at Bart.
Just smash cut to Sandy holding Bart's head underwater. Just
No one will know.
Sandy's been in like the lower concentration pools, just murder logging.
I think Bart is probably down there with him hanging out because he knows the egg's safe. We have the place to ourselves, so I think Bart's probably down there with him. He's just got like a mojito resting on Sandy's back as he's logging around, and they're just chilling.
Just balanced on the top of his head as it floats.
Yeah.
Just mentally towards Bart. You think they'll stop eventually?
Nah. I don't know. Right now, I'm just enjoying not being filthy. It seemed like Monkey was having a pretty good rest, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was lost in the steam.
Lost in the sauce.
Exactly. Come. Let us find someone to clean our toenails for us.
Cleaning the toes.
Some
Oh,
Iman
no.
people, you borrow, I assume, Cornwallis's bell and just ding. You see them grab it, ding, and it leaves.
I think Sanmi's mage hand just like flicked it.
Yeah.
But because it's invisible, no one sees it.
Then they come over here with a full assortment of pedicure equipment that you might need, and they'll hand you these soft little cushions that allow you to like float up a little bit, so you can keep your feet resting on the hot stones as they start chiseling away.
Outstanding.
Monkey, your irises, by the way, are glowing gold. I just thought you should know that.
I left my hat at the front. Is there any? But I look for a place where I can see reflection.
Well, there's water, so you look
Yeah, I
down
was gonna say
and
that.
you can see it.
Kinda, yeah, trying to put something under the water so that there's more of a reflection.
Mhm.
Interesting. You know, some of my siblings and my brother had golden eyes.
Maybe your godhood powers are coming back. I mean, after all, what Mama Lucy said, those who can will divine magic can get it through being worshipped. So,
He's always been there. It's good.
just being reawakened through worship. Interesting.
Hey, Somdi,
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever said this before. Thanks for taking good care of Mama Lucy.
Is he kind of like brings his head above the water again? It's the other way around.
Well, I'm just glad that you help her out. I'll put it that way. I think some.
Joking,
Oh,
joking,
okay.
100% joking.
How could she be related to him?
Hates monkeys so much, forsakes his god. No.
That would be an imperial.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
So,
it is whatever it. It is what it is.
it is what it is.
And since we're all seem to be talking and chatting at this point, when the Amons aren't there, I'll go ahead and relay the story and my memory that came back.
So, you are all regaled
Except
with
for-
that. Oh,
Let me think. Except for. Nah, it's okay. I'll everything. So it appears that my sister, Mama Lucy, and I are a bit closer than I thought. I don't know if I can call her Mama Lucy anymore.
Damn, I look at Sandy. That means he's like your uncle.
Call me Bob.
Uncle Monkey. You want to be short, you can just call him Unk Bunk.
He's a monkey's uncle.
I
It's
swear to
crazy.
God, if that was the planned joke the whole time, Asa, I'm going to force your house and murder
hey,
you.
none of this was Asa. All of this was me. Thank you.
If that was planned.
A 3-year-long Bob's your uncle joke. That would be awesome.
I wouldn't put it past
There are
Not
puns
at all.
still developing.
So with that revelation, Santi is like somewhat in the pool, just letting an Aman worker chisel away at his claws. gonna look slowly at Monkey and just duck his head underwater, and it will be there for the next 15 minutes.
Are you gonna start calling him Uncle Monkey?
Or zombie.
Samdi, the snake coils in front of you as a water snake right now and just shakes its head no and just keeps swimming.
It's gonna get into like the if there was a filtration system, so it's just gonna get into one of them and then emerge on the other side to terrorize someone.
Oh, those danger noodles.
So, Glenn, you are entering into your meditative state. While you are there, you've added in your oil and your herbs in order to really contemplate what is happening, what is going on, and have a clearer thought in mind when you are dealing with everything. You've noticed these waters, you can feel it tingly around you. There is something here supernatural that makes it easy for you to do all of this. Very easy, in fact. And as you are entering into this state, sounds of muscle screams under. You begin to feel this energy. You feel your mind becomes much easy to filter through and easy to accept certain events. You start contemplating the beginning of your journey, hanging out with Monkey and Bard and Samdi and those other people. It was peaceful then. Even though you were on the run from people that reasonably or unreasonably want you to be dead. Depends on your perspective, honestly. But you also felt less whole than you were back then. Now you feel closer to being a full person. You didn't realize it back then, but you were hollow. More of a shell, less of a completed individual. You didn't have dreams or aspirations or anything like that. You just merely were. And then you start to think of the information that was told to you. Debate on if it was true or not. And that makes you a little concerned. I mean, how right is Glenn Strider? As you are working through all of these emotions, on the first day, you now recognize that the way you felt in the beginning means, at least in part, he was right. Just in part, though. You're not positive of everything was. You're not positive of exactly what that means for you. But he was right. You were not a complete person when you first woke up, and you've been developing into something else. And towards the end of the evening, you kind of get roused from this state you are in by your companions, gesturing and shaking you a little bit, breaking you out of your deep meditative state. As everybody else is relaxed for the full day, and you are now being shown over towards your respective huts that you'll be staying in. So, who's going to be the one waking Glenn up after probably a full 8 hours of him meditating? It can't be Monkey. He's not here.
Are we all just... Is he just sitting in the pool and the rest of us are ready to go to bed?
Well, the rest of you are being shown where that is, so
Oh,
he
okay.
needs to be shown as
Yeah.
well.
I'll try
I
to
can-
wake him.
Okay, you can do it.
You can't if you weren't here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're welcome to do
Yeah,
it if you
I was
want.
listening. I just
Okay.
didn't hear my number. So, yeah. Brother Jack, Venture, Glenn, and I'll give a little tap. They're showing us to the rooms now. If you want to go relax and rest there.
I mean, oh, it's so peaceful here. I mean, I can come back, right? You're just showing me the room.
Yeah, I think you could probably come back, or you could do some meditation. I didn't want to disturb you, but I didn't want you to come out of it and think you'd been abandoned and alone.
Thank you. No, I know you guys wouldn't do that. That's good. Let's go check out these rooms.
All right.
So, you all head over, and these very open, large homes are before you. There's no walls on two of the sides. The side in the front, and then the side to the right, which has this beautiful Zen garden. As you approach over, you see that there are these lovely mats sprawled out across the floor, each one dedicated for each of you that you could fit into respectively. They made sure to put out ones that'll be reasonable for everybody. As the Iman individual showing you this brings you over. Now, we are going to be cleaning up the hot springs area. After a day of soaking, it is important that we cleanse the location. So please sit here, relax, speak to each other, and remember why you are here to comfort each other, as they grip onto Cornwallis's hand and squeezing it very comfortingly. We will be around. Then they skedaddle away. You look around. There's a small little fire pit in the middle of this open room area that currently does not have a fire lit, but there are a couple of torches around as well. It does get fairly cold out here, so a nice warm fire that will filter through everything and engulf all of you will be very welcoming.
Well, it's good to finally relax, and I appreciate all of you checking in with me. And maybe we should check with each other. How you doing, Bart? In general.
I mean, I'm okay. I really should see someone about these burns. Been hanging around since the volcano incident. Probably mention it to Mama Vusi next time we see her, but God knows what she's going to want in return.
Good idea.
But no, I think I'm doing okay. It's been a long time since I've done any significant traveling without Cat, and it's been weird to try and find my own purpose, my own independence. But a relief, I think.
That's good. I can imagine it must be hard. Not having her next to you, or her voice, or knowing that you can protect her. It's good to have you with us.
Maybe it's the tea talking, but likewise. And I'm glad you're finally unraveling some of your own mysteries.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's some of it, a lot of it's been very unexpected. Reading the book and finding the book was hard, but today's memory kind of helped in a way.
Just don't forget the lessons that we gave Glenn. Don't be defined by a past you barely even remember. You've been doing good things since we got out, since we found you, and well, to say there are far worse people to be making progress in this divine race.
Thank you. If you ever, if you ever need to talk about something, we're all here. I'm here for you. I can speak for myself. No judgment. No, maybe slightly, depending on needing.
I mean,
certain body.
We all have things to judge each other on, but I don't think it's ever meant with it any ill will. We put up with Sandy. But
we do.
No. I value and treasure having you guys around. And Genesis and Cornwallis seem like good folk too, so.
Yes, they've been a good addition, and I know that we all have our, what's the word I'm looking for? Idiosyncrasies, something like that.
Yes, we're all.
I think
idiots.
either is appropriate.
But, speaking of past, and Glenn, I've got something for you later. Remind me of.
Right. I do want to thank you guys for traveling with me on this little escapade of figuring out the mysteries of the echoes of this shattered veil of the Blaterra Coast. I mean, the Blaterra Academy. I still have a lot to think about. Like, I feel whatever Glenn Strider is doing with the Academy and trying to restore it, until it's something that's going to be harmful to you guys, I'm going to let him be with that. My only sense of direction now is to make sure you guys succeed in your following ventures, right? And start something new with you guys.
Well, it'll be a pleasure having you along with us. Now, question is, whose godforsaken adventure are we going to end up on this time? Because if it's Sandy's, we might be all in for a rough ride.
Well,
Also true for me, but...
Got the most outstanding trauma that still needs to be dealt with. I know Reese
Say
is in
who's
search of a
gone?
god after pissing off his last one.
We'll see.
Yeah.
about that. Don't worry about
We
me.
all have some pretty fucked up shit we have outstanding.
Yeah. Don't worry about
I don't know
me.
what you're talking about. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm amazing.
No,
But
Sandy just has outstanding warrants.
yes.
No. All have been accounted for so far.
I'm not in search of a god. A god will find me when it comes down to it. But don't be concerned with my problems, right? If they come up towards you guys, I'll let you know prior. But I have some sendings I gotta send out tonight.
Yeah.
So
We need to check on your daughter.
Helion is gonna be with my daughter under the protection of Nanu to make sure that she has no connection with me in plotting against Asmodeus. Nanu saw to that. Which means unfortunately I can't have contact with my daughter right now. So, as long as I don't talk to her, she'll be fine.
I guess I was under the impression, Reese, that you wanted it that way anyways, didn't you?
Wanted her away from my schemes against the Spaulding. Once the scheme with the Spauldings were done, maybe the idea of we went on vacation, right, together after the Spaulding Revolution, and the idea of living with my family was a thing that crossed my mind. But my daughter's an adult; she needs to find her own adventures. So, I'm not too concerned in that sense. The one I don't want to see is my actual biological daughter that is floating around, because I don't need to have my drama being roped into this person that has never met me.
That's the one you're trying to
Yes.
avoid. Okay, I forgot there was two, and that was the one you were trying to avoid.
Yes, Morgana was my past wife's daughter that is now my daughter. So, I have a biological daughter floating around.
You have a stepdaughter and a biological daughter.
Yes. I've never met my biological daughter.
Right. You just know she exists.
Yeah, because the fiend creature thing that was in a gym.
Hmm.
Yeah, so. But as long as my family doesn't have contact with me, they should be fine. According to what Nanu has put into place with Helion. So. Do I like it? No. But it's better than being in danger. And if it comes down to it, strong enough, I can erase the memory of me being in her life eventually, if it comes down to it.
She, even though we all have, and I understand you're trying to, I don't know how to say this. I'll just put it this way. I just had memory of things come back to me. I'm certainly glad that I have that memory again.
Yeah.
Food for thought.
Yeah. Yeah. It's complicated. So
Our past typically are.
it's more plotting that has came back. I moved my daughter away from the city to get away from any kind of that she couldn't be used against me in a sense as well. So I couldn't be used against her. So there's a reason why she's not a Spaulding. She's still Levon. So. But yeah, again, I'm not worried about my problems. Right? My problems will inevitably fix themselves or take me out. So we'll see how that story ends.
Yeah, we might worry about your problems.
Well, I'm 90% sure we'll see when it comes up. Again, I got to message Rossman. Rossman being the High Cleric of the Asmodeus Church in Spaulding. She's still the closest thing to a friend I have in that church. So she'll give me the general status of the view right now. but I have to send that sending first. So
Hey, Bart, you have any plans to spend time with anyone while we're in town besides us? Not to pry. I don't really want to pry. I lied.
Probably not. I might, depends how long we're in town, but I might take a trip out into the desert to that, volcano. Spend some more time with the egg.
yeah, you know that when I was on vacation, actually your name came up when I met Lakudra for the first time. So you might wanna rekindle that bridge if you need it. She's a very powerful ally.
Indeed, she is. She came in very, very helpful when we moved against Silk.
Yeah. Speaking of powerful allies, do we need to go make amends with Tawahaj? After we left him high and dry in the hell?
That was kind of a dick move of us.
I mean, the volcano that I mentioned has a portal to the plane of fire that pops out by his house. So if we wanted to stop by, it wouldn't be particularly difficult. I probably shouldn't take my egg to the plane of fire for very long, but a little turbocharge just before it hatches might be a good thing.
My opinion is let those things, be adopted to the things that we're gonna have to deal with. That's why I've been letting mines out. Except for the abyss, that thing's chaos. Don't let anything touch the abyss. Nothing good comes out of that place.
Oh, that's still me.
I would like to find my staff ore. It's a distant dream I now have.
Didn't you say it was broken?
No, I might be able to find a way to put it back together or something. I don't know.
You want to try and find the pieces?
I would like to.
Because it's how stories work, right? Something came up when you're telling us about your book that you gave mortals the power to take vigor. If I wrote this right, give me a second. I'm trying to find my notes. You gave mortals something to take power to extend their life or something like that, right?
Well, I figured you guys wanna. I have no problem. Had no problem. Have no problem with
My
you guys
point-
living up there. I don't know.
My point is that item, whatever you gave them, is still floating around. So that might be something we might want to make sure it's not in the wrong hands and put it in the right hands, i.e. mines, because I feel that that it might be just in better places if we have it in a museum as a museum piece. Oh, ancient relic of the past, no magic here, So,
Kind of like my boots in the temple.
Boots with the fur.
Ultimately, too, if we come across a certain patron that we need to eventually take out, it's good to make sure that power doesn't just get passed on to someone else. We can probably pass it on to, I don't know, a frog or something, or a hooligan, a sent hooligan. So, whatever it is, I just want to know how it works. Is all it is.
I got you.
Yeah.
The question would be like, where would we start to look for that, right?
Yeah. And I feel like the memory will help if we do the baton thing.
That's true. That's why I figured I'd mention to you guys so if you hear of anything in years. Hey, Samdi, how you holding up?
In what way?
Well, you got a lot of new information from that new day. Figured out there was a purple slime thing that came out of his body. Oh, what's his name? Fizz? No, I always want to do Fizz. Cornwallis, what's your name? There it is. Bonifazio. You noticed that there was a little bit of slime coming out of Bonifazio. We tossed that. I don't know, just a lot of stuff going on today. Just wanted to check in with you.
I like to keep myself generally unaffected by whatever random happenstance you bring me into. But more often than not, somebody does something dumb and it affects me. There you have it.
Well, my offer is open to you as well if you ever need someone to speak to or put an ear out, then don't be afraid to ask Reese if he doesn't listen. A joke.
We could always make a deal.
What, Joey? What time is it? Not like literally, but in the game.
In game. It's about dusk around now.
If y'all excuse me, Brother Jack, you have a moment? Let's step outside.
All right.
And go outside with Brother Jack. Again, just let us know what you want us to. If you ever decide you want us to call you something different in the future. I have something that, and I don't know how you're going to react, but I have something that I think you should have, and I think you're ready for it. But if you're not, then I'll hold on to it. But I think it's something that shouldn't be tossed away. And I'm going to reach into my robe pocket. I'm assuming we're in the robes. I don't know.
Sure.
Reach in my robe pocket. And I am going to pull out. Where is it? I gotta make sure I say this right. I'm gonna pull out a ring. And I'm gonna hand it to Glenn. And it has the initials. I believe this is the right one. LC on it. And this was the ring we found back at the school. And I just thought it might be good for you to hold on to. If you're not ready for it yet, then I will. I don't know what it will bring back for you, but I know that you seem to have some type of connection to it when you were there at the school. And I'll hand you the ring with the initials LC.
I mean,
This is, and for those of you that don't remember, we had found two rings, one with JC and for Jacoby Lonzi and one for Elsie back there.
this one kind of back on memories. Yeah, thank you.
You're
Well,
welcome.
hold on to this one. Yeah, this venture had us discovering a lot about our past, Monkey, and I'm glad that we're doing this together and figuring it out along the way.
I am too. I couldn't ask for a better person on my side.
Stare at the ring blankly.
And I'm gonna slip back inside and give him a moment with the ring.
As you are looking at the ring, the beautiful gem inside of it, reflecting yourself. I want you to give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh shit.
It's okay. It's okay.
You have inspiration? Oh no, you used it.
I
Never
don't.
mind.
I will use. Actually, yeah,
Well-
I will use my game advantage.
You do recharge your inspiration every hour that you're short resting. And believe it or not, what you're doing here is short resting the entire
Hey,
time.
that's a nat 20.
Fucking hell!
For an 18 total.
Glenn.
23, actually.
Well, he's outside. You're not with him. So 18.
Oh.
But still, natural
Never mind.
20 on a saving throw is always a success. As you are staring down at the ring, you hear the cackling growing. And you look down at this gem where it's split in one of the grooves, and you see that elvish version of yourself, Venture. And then you see the dead version of yourself, Glenn. And as you're looking at it, you can see a very different look in each of those eyes. And a small bit of comfort comes to you. As now you finally realize that completely who you were before you were awakened as an empty shell despite that. That is nowhere near who you are now. You don't know what Venture's motivations were. You don't know what his crimes or deeds were or anything. But you do know Glenn. You know him completely. The individual who's always the first one to run up to any gigantic devil and donkey punch them in the back of the head because they hit your god. The person who's more than happy to go around towards any bad situation to help out their friends, even when your friends are kind of an asshole like Samdi. No matter what, you realize that you are not that person. So their crimes, what they've committed, should be paid. But that doesn't mean you need to suffer for them. Then you see the expression of the elven form of yourself soften. And then the cackling just seems to go away. It changes away from cackling to joy, laughter, camaraderie, dancing, singing. It's more a reminder of all of them of the good that happened in your life, not a reminder of the bad. And I think this is where we're calling the session this week, everybody. When we come back next week, day 2 at the spa. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Love me